Hi, my name is Jesse Barcelone, and in this video, we're going to look at using a text editor to analyze some log files that you've been given in the DFC 610 class. So first, let me go ahead and show you, I have my Mars system up over here. Now, I can actually just, copy and paste these files to the Mars desktop, depending on the version of Mars. In most cases, you should be able to do that. Even if I wasn't able to do that, I actually have the Notepad++ tool right on my own system installed, so I could actually do the work right there. So I'm just showing you that example. Now, if we take a look at these files, we can right click and edit with Notepad++. If you don't have that option, you can always install Notepad++. It's a free program. It does run in Windows, it runs in Linux and certain versions of Mac. So now you see I have a large number of lines here in this. If you don't know what an access log file is, it's for usually like an Apache web server. So as people make requests to the websites, those are logged. And so, immediately I see different things like different IP addresses here. So if you wanted to do something like find out how many times a certain IP address was in this, you can. I went up to edit and I clicked find. I'll do that again. Search find, I mean. And then I typed it, I had it highlighted, and then I can just click count. So I've used this with log files, and Notepad++ works, and it's been able to find over 1 million entries of certain things. So say we saw something here like AWS security scanner. So scanning is something that is done by websites, by hackers, as well as sometimes legitimate. So I can go to search and find again, and I can do a count and see how many times I find that. Well, there's actually 20 entries related to an AWS security scanner. So other things you can do is look at, these are user agents. So when you go to a website, I can show you a quick demonstration. One of my favorite websites. We'll go to IP Chicken. Not only does it show you your public facing IP address, but here it shows you the user agent. And I am actually using Chrome, Google Chrome, and it says this is the version of Chrome that I'm using here. You'll see different things like Mozilla Windows NT 10.0. Well, you can see that I'm using the Windows operating system, a 64-bit operating system. And you can actually see that I'm coming from like an AWS instance with all this stuff here. That's what that means. So anyway, back to the log file. Some of these things you can see, like for example, if you want to know who connected to the website with an iPhone, we go to search, we go to find, and we look for iPhone and we count. We find 12. Now that doesn't mean 12 iPhones connected, because as you see, each time one connects, it looks like 2 different entries is shown. Now there's different ways people can mask their device and do tricks, but in general, what I would look for is things that look odd in here. These entries certainly look suspicious, as opposed to these, which, this is more of what you would see normal type of web traffic. I do see things, different tools for websites like curl. Most people use Edge. They use Google Chrome. They might use Firefox. Some people may use Safari. Curl is basically a command line interface that you can use to download web pages. So it's an advanced tool. Not your everyday user is going to use curl. There's also another tool that's similar called wget. Let's see if we see any instances of wget. Okay, so here you see, let's see, where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, so as you see, unlike grep, it is not case sensitive automatically. It'll look for lowercase and uppercase. If you want to make it case sensitive, you can actually click the match case button and then click count. And now you'll find there's actually 5 instances. So that is how you can use Notepad++, a great tool to parse through log files and look through different things. You can look at some of these HTTP codes and see, hey, what does this mean? Was this successful? 400 versus 200, etc. And you also see things like GET requests versus post request. You may be asked in your assignment to, hey, find the number of GET requests. So there's 127. So those are some of the different entries that you would commonly see on an Apache weblogs. So that's the end of the video. Take your time using Notepad++ to look at the files. You can also use the command line tools to look at those files on a Linux system: cat, tail, head, more, less, and grep. So find out what you're most comfortable. Do both, compare and contrast, look for different things within the web traffic. Okay, thank you.